Hey guys, writing emotional melodies is quite a difficult thing to do. And in my case, usually writing a good melody is purely trial and error with a little bit of theory involved. However, if we really look into our favorite melodies from our favorite songs, we can begin to recognize patterns and cadences and harmonies and intervals and things that we can then take and borrow and use them in our own melodies and kind of push them in the direction where we want them to go, or at least use them to give us a way out. And what I mean by a way out is often you'll be writing a melody and you'll arrive on a note and you just don't know where to go from that note. But if you begin to study lots of music, you'll eventually notice or remember where that artist went from that note and how they got out of that position and made the melody work. So let's do an example here. For this example, I'm just going to be using Avore's Aura. And there's lots of different parts that I really like. For example, I really like this section. I really like that, and I like the din 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 din. The din 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 is a really nice movement. And then finally, the other thing that I really like is there's this like little sine wave plug thing called Bing Bong Bang over here, and it sounds like this. So what I'm going to do is kind of solo these and then transpose them into the key of A minor, just because I know that key quite well. I know all the degrees, basically which notes respond to which degree of the scale. So I know that A is my 1, B is my 2, C 3, D is 4, and so on and so forth. If you don't know about intervals or scale degrees, then I suggest you go and read about them. This is in C sharp minor, so I'm just going to drag, or I'm just going to select all of this, and I'm going to move that down to A minor. So if you remember, I said I really like this movement. So that's moving from the 2 to the 7 to the 1. So what I've done is I've just taken a notepad, or we can do that now, and we can just write, okay, the thing that I like over here is the 2, 7, 1 movement. So I just need to memorize that one. And I really liked this part here. Okay, so looking at this, we know it's going E, C, and E is the 5th and C is the 3rd. So we're looking at 5, 3, 2, then back up to 5, 3, and 1. 5, 3, 2, 5, 1. So if we open the notepad again, we've got 1. And then the last thing that I really liked from this track, that gave me emotion, is the Bing Bong Bang synth. Where is it? Bing Bong Bang. And let's just unfreeze this and move that down to A minor. And that's going 3, 5, 1. So let's grab a notepad and we write down 3, 5, 1. Okay, so I've got here a situation where I've got a bass line in A minor. It's going F, G, A. And we've got a melody that I started writing, but I don't really know where to go from here, just for example. So this is what the melody sounds like so far. And there's many ways you could take this melody, but if we feel like we're stuck and we don't really know where to go, nothing's sounding good, for example, going up here might not sound nice. Maybe that sounds too happy. I can go back to my notepad and just remember, oh, we're arrived on the 2, the 2nd degree in the scale here, which is the B. And so maybe if we move to the 7 and back to the 1, that could sound good. So let's go from here and move down to the 7, which is the G. And then we can shorten this note and go back to the 1. And that's got quite a nice, powerful movement. I think that sounds pretty good. So that's our first melody, first example where we've used our borrowed cadence to get unstuck. Okay, So let's look at another example. So here I've prepared a different melody, and it sounds like this. And I don't really know where to go from here. We can go back to our notepad and just have a look at our cadence. We are on E, which is the 5. So we could either go back to the 1 by looking at this 5-1 over here. And that is going back here. Let's see how this sounds. That sounds okay, but I kind of feel like we need 2 notes like that. So maybe we need more options here. Yeah, let's just delete these notes and we can have a look at this. Let's try this 5-3-2-5-1. Okay, so we're on the 5, then we go up to the 3, the 2, and let's just hear how that sounds. Really nice. But I kind of wanted to resolve back to the beginning of this melody. So maybe we need to shorten these notes and use that full 5-3-2-5-1. So we have the 5, dun, 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 dun. So dun, oh, I believe it was 5-3-2-5-3-1. Okay, so I think that works really nicely, but maybe it's a bit too repetitive to just keep doing that. Maybe we can pull more from that melody. Maybe let's move from the 3 to the 2 to the 7 and then back to the 1. So let's maybe like that so that it resolves a little bit better. Okay, so now that we've got this variation, maybe we can use the 3-5-1 over here. So let's go here to the end, and we can maybe start on this 3 over here, and then go down to the 5. And then that will resolve back into the 1 over there. Okay, so we have just come up with this melody. I think it sounds really nice. I would definitely build a song around this melody. And all I've done is just come up with this really simple 2-note melody and then borrowed the cadences from Avor's Aura and written a melody that sounds absolutely nothing like his melody. There would be no problem in using this. And all we've done is just borrowed these cadences. So I hope you enjoyed this tip and you can use it yourself. Just hop onto something like Hook Theory and search for your favorite songs and check out the melodies and look at the little cadences and see which parts of them you feel like you get strong emotions from, and then just write them down and try and memorize them. And then the next time you're working on a melody and you're stuck on a note, you'll know which way the exit is. Okay, thanks for watching. Catch you next time.